So just the other day, a pretty cool little recut of the Superman trailer dropped, and it didn't really show off anything new except 2 seconds of footage that the internet is going crazy over. Let's talk about it.
All the hopes and dreams of Krypton live in you now.
Hey everyone, my name's Tom, a lover of all things movies, and this 2-second shot of David Corenswet's Superman flying into the air took off the other day on the internet like wildfire, with some people ripping it apart, other people just being like, you know what, it's not a good shot, it's not a bad shot, it's fine, and other people saying it's literally perfect, which is very much an exaggeration, and some people were like, oh, it's just Snyder fans hating against it and trying to gaslight themselves into thinking that, you know, if you criticise the Superman movie by James Gunn, you must be a Snyder fan, which is not the case. But no, there was also the trades, YouTubers, other commentators all jumping in, giving their thoughts, some bad, some good, all about this shot. It's absolutely ridiculous, but here's my 2 cents on this 2-second thing. It's fine, but we've got to stop doing this shot. Now, when I jumped on the internet, I saw some people judge it because it apparently looked like it had bad CGI, some people thought it was AI, and some people just thought it was bad cinematography. And of course, James Gunn, being very online, saw all this and he decided to comment on it, and here's what he said. There is absolutely zero CG in his face. People's faces can look different when you put a wide-angle lens up close. The background plate in Salvad is 100% real, as is David. So it's not CGI, it's not AI, so those complaints can kind of go out of the window, but the bad cinematography one, well, that's just fair game. And he explained it straight up. When you put a wide-angle lens close up to an actor's face, respectfully, it's kind of ugly. It's distorting and it's quite unappealing. And we know this because it's not the first time we've seen it had this effect on someone in the comic book genre before. We've seen it on Dwayne Johnson in Black Adam, we've seen it on Will Poulter in James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy, and I believe we've seen a very similar kind of shot in Ezra Miller on The Flash. Both of those last 2 films actually share the same cinematographer, which is maybe where the actual problem arises. But that's not to say a shot like this can't be done and can't look good, because it can. And we've actually seen a very similar style of shot done before. In fact, we saw it 12 years ago in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. The difference being, in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, the camera actually moved with Cavill flying, so it didn't just look like a kind of static image just approaching the camera while the background pushed back. Instead, it actually looked like the camera was physically involved in Superman's presence flying through the air. In fact, the framing was so good, it made it to the official poster for the film. And I think maybe we should move back to that kind of context within a shot, where the camera is vibrating or it's shaking with Superman as he bursts through the air, because you don't notice it, you feel a part of the shot, and it still looks good. It still looks like it's actually moving, like Superman is physically moving faster than even the camera can at sometimes. So overall, to me, it's no big deal, but the internet is making it a big deal, so I just wanted to jump on and say something about it. But it's also no Man of Steel. But when you go from a Zack Snyder movie to a movie with the cinematographer of The Flash, of course, there are going to be comparisons, and that's more than fair, because it's okay for people to have standards. But it's also okay for people to be like, you know what, this is fine. It's not great, it's not terrible, it's sort of just a very bare bone average shot that exists within this middle ground of cinematography, where you can have the most beautiful shot in a movie and in history ever, you can also have one of the worst shots in a movie and history ever, and then you can have this middle ground where the shot is just kind of there to exist and fill the space of the scene. And I think that's very much what this Superman one is. I wish it looked better. The fact it doesn't mean I'm going to sit here for the next 7 months where things can be tweaked, things can be reworked, things can be changed. crying about a 2-second shot in what's going to be an overall 2-hour movie. It should have been done different. It definitely can be done differently. It definitely can be done better. But again, at the end of the day, it's 2 seconds that I could be spending my time thinking about literally anything else. So anyway, guys, what do you think of this shot? Are you on the side where you hate it? Are you on the side where you're like, you don't give a shit? Or are you on the side where you're like, do you know what, this is a good shot for this reason, and this reason? Whatever it is, that's more than okay. Let me know down below in the comments. Thanks so much for checking out this very random video, but the internet can cause some very random things sometimes. And I'll hopefully see you in my next one. Take it easy, guys. Bye.